What's up, everybody? Ty Bartellin with another edition of Player Profile. This time we head to our friends over at the Keystone State as the Beaver volleyball program, home of the Bobcats. A lot of their superstar seniors that are going to be joining me today. This time we go into the heart and soul of the Bobcat defense. Mrs. Aubrey Bumblis joining me today. Aubrey, how we doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm not doing too bad, and you weren't doing too bad last year. As I said, the heart and soul of this Bobcat defense, too. I think you had over 11 plus receptions a match, over 9 plus digs. You led the team in both categories. Talk to me about just how much you take pride in defense with this team and how much you kind of put that on your back for that incredible run last year.
Yeah, so I know as a libero, my job is obviously the setter runs the offense. My job is to get the back row. I'm in charge of serve receive. I'm in charge of defense. I tell myself every single ball is my ball. If we're getting beat on serve receive, even if I'm not the one passing the ball, that's my fault. I need to maybe adjust my hitters. I'm always trying to take every single ball off my hitters. That's my job as a libero. So I take pride in that. I take pride in just stepping in front of someone and taking a ball and just being confident is the main thing that I take pride in.
If I'm not mistaken, like I said, we're going into senior year, so I mean it's the last rodeo, it's the last hurrah. Let's go back to the first initial chapter, though. What are some of the earliest memories you have in the sport of volleyball? When do you first remember getting involved?
Ooh. Definitely middle school, 8th grade. I just remember just being a DS, only playing through rotations, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to play volleyball. I just couldn't decide. I thought I was going to play softball, but then going into high school, Coach Sue's Collins, she convinced me to play in high school. So that's definitely my earliest memory of falling in love with the sport.
What was the pitch from Coach Shoes then? What was Coach Paulins giving it to you that convinced you to go with volleyball and go down that route?
Well, she walked up to me one day. She's like, "I heard you don't want to play in high school." I was like, "I don't know." She's like, "You're playing." She's like, "I see so much potential in you." And I like to think she was right. So I'm grateful that she pulled me aside and was like, "I really want you to play. I think you could add a lot to the program." She's like, "Just come to the summer workouts and try it." And that's what I did. I just fell in love with it.
You guys had an incredible run last year, one that not every high schooler gets the opportunity to say that they've been on. Talk to me about that run. Talk to me about the memories that were made last year too, and just the camaraderie that was built amongst that team and these girls. I know you guys have been playing together for a while, but what does a run like that do in just furthering building that relationship?
I think it just builds a lot of confidence in yourself going into the next season. We made it this far. Last year we made it to the state semifinals 2 years in a row. But I think last year was very different. We had to build a new offense. We lost our best hitter after my sophomore year. So we spent a lot of time in the summer just bonding, getting reps with the setter and hitter connection, figuring out what was going to work. So that definitely helped with team bonding. And we've never had a problem with chemistry. I like to say the 5 seniors, we're all best friends on and off the court. We're always hanging out with each other. We actually just took our senior photos today, so that was pretty fun. Pretty sad, but so yeah, that's definitely helped. And it's just so special, seeing your team go that far, making everyone proud. And we're grateful we have a really good crowd here at Beaver, so that kind of feeds into tough games. You can lean on them.
You talked about from 2 years ago to last year, kind of more of a reset. You guys didn't know if you were going to be able to maybe get back to that level. You guys are able to get back to that level though last year. So now it's got to feel more of a reload this year. But despite it being a reset last year, I got to feel like your guys' competitiveness and the talent that you guys had on that floor, you probably feel like you maybe left a little bit on the table last year. Am I right?
Oh, for sure, yeah. I was not happy with how it ended last year, but I'm excited for this year. I think we have a lot of drive.
What are the things you're looking to do as a team?
Make it back to the Whitfield Championship. Hopefully win the Whitfield Championship. Make it back to that state semifinals. Just really make a name for ourselves. Show one last run for our senior group. This is our last season, so we're all just going in we want to win. We want to get past that state semifinal, little hump that we can't get over. Make some school history.
For you girls, it seems like each one of you know your role and you expand it to the absolute maximized potential that you can.
Yeah.
Your role as a defensive player, your role as the libero too. What are the things you look on improving from last year to this year to help push your team over that next level, to help get your team to that next level?
Definitely just being more of a leader in the back row. I feel like I can always be encouraging my teammates more, being even more aggressive. I like to think I was aggressive last year, but maybe I can take a couple more balls off my hitters, make their life a little bit easier. That's my main focus. And I just really want to get better at a system setting too, to put my hitters in even better positions.
So talking about this year too, and talking about your journey throughout the sport of volleyball, what are some of, I mean, obviously the last 2 seasons, the runs you were able to go on have some great memories. What are some of your favorite memories of the last couple seasons and this high school experience that immediately come to mind?
There's a lot, but I like to think of my sophomore year going to the WPIAL championship. We had all our parents, like we were going onto the bus. They were all like lined up cheering for us. I had a bunch of signs, and the bus was decorated. That was just so special. Like you don't get that in a lot of like experiences in high school. So I'm very grateful for that. Winning the WPIAL championship my sophomore year was like a fever dream. Like it was just awesome. So that's the first memory that comes to mind. But just also getting closer with my teammates. Like I've made some of like my lifelong like best friends like on this team. Like girls, like if I didn't play volleyball, I don't know if I would be as close with them as I am right now.
Looking at this season and what you guys are looking to accomplish too, for you being a senior, what are some of the things, like you said, you want to take command of that back row? What are some of the things you want to see from your back row partners too, to help get this team, like you said, over that hump, over that edge?
Just a lot of trust. I mean, I think once you get that far in the season, it's all about just trusting your teammates and knowing your role. I think that's the biggest thing. Everyone needs to, especially the back row, we just need to buy into everybody thinking every ball can get up. You know what I mean? So that's the main thing.
So going off of last year, obviously, anytime you go on a run like that and it has to come to an end, there's a little bit of a heartbreak. How much of a downtime was there from the moment the heartbreak set into you guys turning it back on and saying, "Okay, we need to get back to this stage"? What was the timetable in between the heartbreak and you guys saying, "All right, let's get back there"?
I don't think it's over, honestly. I think we just learned to turn the heartbreak into fuel for the next season. Like I think every time like we're talking about this season, we always go back to, well, we weren't satisfied with how it ended last year. So I think it's definitely still in the back of our minds, but we're twisting instead of like sadness, we're twisting like anger and like drive.
I know when you're in sports throughout elementary, middle school, and such too, there's so many coaches that are always going to be telling you like this is going to relate to life one day, or sports can relate to life, and always draw those parallels. You
Mhm.
don't usually start seeing it, I feel like, until you're maybe a senior in high school, maybe even afterwards. Have you starting to see some of those parallels and where volleyball and what you've learned throughout the sport of volleyball might be able to help guide you in life in some aspects?
Yeah, I think doing a sport in high school is definitely gonna help with time management. I think that's like the main thing. Like I'm very good at like being able to balance my schoolwork and my sport. And I think that's something like when I'm older, I'll be able to balance like my personal life and like job life. So I think that's definitely gonna help me.
If you were to give advice to some of these younger girls that are no doubt watching this Bobcat volleyball team, you guys have made a name for yourself, I'm sure, over there in Beaver, PA. Like you guys are the talk of the town, no doubt.
Mhm.
What's your advice to these younger girls too? Because you talked about it yourself. You debated even playing high school volleyball.
Yeah,
What's your advice to those girls that may be on the fence, maybe unsure of if this is what they want to do? What's the advice to them?
just do it. I mean, it can never hurt you. That's and enjoy the moment. Like, sorry, the team is yelling back there. Just take everything for granted. Like even the hard practices, like just enjoy it. Like I'm a senior now, and like I miss like the freshman practices where I was really nervous going in. Like I would love to have that feeling again. So just go out and try something new. Join the team. Like you never know. Like I ended up meeting like my best friends.
So we got to give a shout out to that community now. I know you said that they come out, they support you big time, but I know you guys are going to need all the support you can get all season long, and you're going to need even extra going into tournament time too. Shout out that Bobcat community, shout out Bobcat Nation too, and let them know why they need to be there for you guys all season long too, and cheering this group on.
Well, we love Bobcat Nation. I hope you guys can come and support us. Be nice and loud. We love it.
Score against most underneath everything that's shot at you too. I'm looking forward to seeing your defense. I'm looking forward to seeing this whole Bobcat team put it all together on the floor this year. Best of luck this season, Aubrey, and we'll be seeing you out there real soon.
Thank you. I'll go get the next person. So just wait here.